There's a version of me that nobody ever saw. Not because I hid it on purpose, but because I never stopped long enough to even let myself see it. I had just come from a conversation that changed everything. Someone I loved said something that cracked something inside me, and I sat there, hands on the wheel, going, okay, cool, okay. Like it didn't just happen. Like I wasn't shaking, I drove home, made food, watched something on my phone, and when someone texted me asking how I was, I said, good, just tired. And the thing is, I believed myself for a second. I think our generation has gotten really, really good at this. Not healing, not even dealing, just moving. Gen Z, we grew up in this weird space where everything was fast and loud and constantly performing. Your life had to look okay because someone was always watching. Your feelings had to be manageable because there was always something next. Another deadline, another shift, another thing demanding your attention right now. And somewhere in there, without anyone telling us to, we learned how to skip ourselves. Not skip work, not skip responsibility, skip the part where we actually felt what happened to us. And we got good at it. Dangerously good. I've watched people I know absorb things that would break most people, quietly. A friendship that just ended one day, no explanation. A parent who said something that never should have been said. A relationship that slowly died while both people just kept showing up out of habit. And they kept going, kept posting, kept answering calls, kept saying, I'm fine, just stressed. And on the outside, it looked like strength. But I've sat with some of those same people late enough into the night, and what comes out when the performance finally drops is this exhausted, aching voice that sounds like it hasn't been let out in months, because it hasn't. There's this thing we do. We take the hurt and we compress it. We fold it down, press it flat, and slide it somewhere behind everything else. Because life is hard and it keeps moving, and we have bills, and we have people depending on us, and we have this image of ourselves, this strong, unbothered, handling it version that we have to maintain. And crying feels like losing. Stopping feels like falling behind. Admitting it hurt feels like giving someone too much power. So we don't. We pretend, and not in an obvious, dramatic way. In a quiet, daily way. The way you just don't talk about it. The way you laugh a little too fast when something touches a nerve. The way you stay busy enough that you never have to sit in a room alone with your own thoughts. That kind of pretending. I did it for a long time. I grew up thinking that the way you dealt with pain was to outrun it. Work harder. Do more. Don't let it catch you. And for a while, it worked. Or it felt like it worked. But feelings aren't problems you can solve by ignoring them. They're more like pressure building in a closed space. And one day, out of nowhere, something small happens. Someone says the wrong thing, or nothing happens at all. You're just sitting there, and suddenly it's like every single thing you compressed over the last 2 years comes up at once. And you don't even know why you're feeling what you're feeling, because you never let yourself feel it the first time. That's what happens when you skip yourself long enough. I think the new generation, us, we talk a lot about mental health. We use the language. We post about it. We know the terms. But there's a gap between knowing the words and actually doing the hard thing, which is sitting down, alone, and letting yourself feel what actually happened. Not narrating it for someone else. Not turning it into content. Not even making sense of it yet. Just feeling it. Which sounds simple, but for someone who's been compressing for years, it can feel terrifying. Because what if you start and you can't stop? What if it's bigger than you thought? What if letting it out means admitting that it actually broke something? Those questions kept me running for a long time. The shift for me came slowly. It wasn't a big moment. It was more like I just stopped one day, stopped filling every quiet second with noise, stopped picking up my phone every time I felt something coming, and I sat with it, whatever it was, the grief, the confusion, the anger at someone who probably didn't even know they hurt me. I didn't do anything with it. I didn't journal it. I didn't call anyone. I just let it be real. And it was uncomfortable. It was actually painful. But for the first time in a long time, I felt like I was in my own life, not just managing it from a distance. Here's what I want to say, and I want to say it simply. Things that hurt you actually hurt you. That's not weakness, that's physics. If something hits you hard enough, it leaves a mark. And no amount of acting like it didn't happen makes the mark disappear. It just makes it invisible. To everyone else, and eventually, to you. And that's the most dangerous version. When you're walking around carrying weight you don't even fully remember picking up. We're not supposed to be numb. That's not the goal. The goal was never to stop feeling. The goal was to feel it, move through it, and come out the other side with something real. Not a performed version of okay. And that takes time. It takes stillness. It takes letting a hard night be a hard night instead of immediately reaching for something to make it smaller. So if you've been pretending lately, and I mean really pretending, not just having a rough week, but carrying something you haven't let yourself fully touch, give yourself one night, not to fix it, not to talk about it if you don't want to, just to let it be true. What happened, happened. It was hard. It hurt. And you're allowed to know that, even if no one else ever does.